No economic whammies, please. No whammies, no whammies. Let's stop talking about an imminent recession. All the data that's been shared is sentiment-based, saying that we're heading. The only data point that I've seen that is maybe suggestive of a recession is the fact that layoffs started spiking. But then guess what? We got a revision to fourth quarter GDP today, slightly higher, 2.5% instead of 2.3%. So if we look all around, there's a lot of headlines warning about an imminent recession, how the consumer confidence crashing means a recession is imminent. I'm sorry, folks, I'm just not seeing it. And when sentiment is that negative, it means people are gonna start changing their behavior. Yes, they're trying to focus on the tariffs as being on the front end here, gonna tip us over into recession. We talked about this before. There's not as much pullback from tariffs to tip us into a recession. And if you look at the back half of the year, I will predict that most of those tariffs will be gone or dramatically reduced. And instead, we're gonna have tons of spending here in the US on increasing our manufacturing footprint, a huge tax cut that is gonna buoy the stock market, and maybe a interest rate cut or two from the Fed. So again, the takeaway here on the recessions is don't worry about the recession as much. It's not coming, and if we really try and time the recession, if you really want to understand when it's time to get scared, I like to look at the actual Consumer Board Conference Board Index. It's got two components. What are your present situations, and then what are the future expectations? And when they're not moving in lockstep is when you need to get worried. And here's why it's a key observation right now. You saw the chart on the screen. Deciding whether a correction turns into a nasty bear market or not, it's all dependent upon whether we go into a recession. If we're not going into a recession, the market rallies back. If we are, the market falls off, which we've talked about. But here's what I've not seen. Instead of worrying about what the headlines are saying, instead of trying to believe any one guru or someone talking head like myself, just follow the data. The Conference Board data look for a simultaneous dip in future and present expectations. It's been a telltale sign of recessions every single time. Right now, all we got is a dip in future expectations, not the present situation.